Welcome back to Building Biblical Friendships Part 5. Today we are going to do the section that you've all been looking forward to, the section that covers how to build and strengthen friendships. I'm Michelle DeToy and I write at hearttreasure.net. As we're going to be looking at how to build and strengthen friendships, we're going to look at 3 areas that contribute and are important to cultivating friendships. The first one we're going to discuss is making friendships and relationships a priority. Now, priorities normally should be associated or ranked, and they normally go God, spouse, children, friends. But as you can see, all of them have got to do with relationships, and you as a person need to make relationships a priority. People who make relationships a priority find the time and make plans to spend time in relationships. Research has shown that lonely people generally do not make relationships a priority. They have also shown that those people who make the time and effort to invest and work on relationships normally have strong relationships and big circles of friendships. That's it. Make relationships a priority. Number 2, focus. You cannot have deep, meaningful relationships with more than a few people. If you are spreading yourself too thin across too many people, you will never have the depth and quality of the relationships that you're looking for. Deep and meaningful relationships take time. So you have to ask yourself, are you such a social bunny that you've spread yourself so thinly that you don't have meaningful relationships with a few people? You'd have to consider where you're committing your time. We're not against socializing. Socializing is great, but if you don't make a few friendships a priority and focus on a few relationships, you're not going to build those meaningful relationships. Besides focus, the next thing that is important is to be WYSIWYG. Funny term, I know, but in the olden days when they used to program computers, they used to use this term to refer to what the people were programming had to match exactly what the user was seeing. In other words, for you and me in relationships, it's being real. No matter what your personality or character, people respond to people who are real. People who have no pretense about who they are, no facade that they're trying to bring across. They are genuine about who they are, and they don't have anything to hide to anybody else. People commonly refer to them as just real, down to earth, WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. It's about being transparent, being willing to open up. Now, of course, I don't mean letting it all hang out where everybody knows everything about you. That can just be rude. And it also doesn't mean that it gives you license just to say anything you want under the excuse of being honest. No, being transparent is just being open so that people can get to know you. It is natural for us to be open to relationships. We are designed and made for relationships. God himself functioned within a relationship within the Trinity, and they said, let us make man in our image. So we are designed to be having open, natural relationships. The goal in open relationships is no walls and no masks. Masks are deceiving. Now, the problem with social media is that we get to present ourselves in ways that we are not really like that. You must remember that no matter how many likes you have on social media, admiration does not mean intimacy. Self-disclosure draws people to you. It allows yourself to be known, and it allows people to feel that you are humble enough that they can draw closer to you. When you are yourself, people feel safe in your company, and they're also more likely to reveal themselves to you. And by revealing yourself to other people, you might actually discover things about yourself that you never knew. When you are yourself, people don't feel left out of your life. Jesus himself called his disciples his friends because it's a universal thing amongst all of us to want to be known by someone else. Now, a few warnings about being transparent. Number 1, don't be argumentative. Being transparent is not about, let me just tell you exactly how it is. That is being argumentative and sometimes quite cruel. It also doesn't mean that you let it all hang out. People run from people who disclose too much information. It's called emotional nudity. It's also a sign of severe psychosis, telling everything that is going on in your head. Full disclosure all in one sitting is almost unreasonable. People have the right to silence and the right to decide how much they want to reveal. The third warning I want to give you is be cautious about the information and the facts that you reveal to others, because you may be unintentionally revealing information to other people that will only hurt their relationships with other parties. So, here is the action. Number 1, make it a priority. Review your own attitude towards relationships. Ask yourself if you're perhaps too busy for relationships, and then ask yourself if you are putting that value on relationships that you should be doing. Secondly, focus. Focus on a few people, choose a few, do it well. And thirdly, be WYSIWYG. Be just who you are, be real. What you see is what you get. No masks, no walls, no pretending to be someone you're not. Practice that transparency. Be someone that someone else can get to know. If you just build on these 3 action points, I'm sure that you will already find that your relationships start improving. That's it for today. When we get together next time, we will discuss more about building into relationships. Be sure to like and subscribe. Look for us on hearttreasure.net, and I'll see you next time. Lots of love from me. Cheers for now.